All right. So the next part, moving on to football topic, Aaron Rodgers officially signed with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Again, we kind of already knew this. We kind of already questioned it though to begin with. If Rodgers was gonna sign, why get rid of Pickens? I understand. Pickens was kind of a headache in the locker room at times, but like if you're Rodgers, what was enticing you to go there? Because really, even still, yeah, sure, you have DK Metcalf. You don't really have very much weapons after that. Like you're kind of putting your faith in a rookie running back in Caleb Johnson out of Iowa, who I think is good, but it's 50-50 with rookie running backs. Pat Fryermuth at tight end is an okay tight end. He's not a needle mover tight end. He's not trash, but he's an okay tight end. And then really outside of that, you have no weapons whatsoever. I mean, so I'm not sure what enticed Rodgers to really want to play here. The only thing that I can think of is that the fact that the Steelers have the Packers on the schedule and he has a chance to be the one of 5 quarterbacks to beat all 32 NFL teams.
Yes.
But outside of that, I don't really know what would entice him to want to play there. I mean, even before he signed, the Steelers were plus 4,500 to win the Super Bowl. Even with him signing, the Steelers are still plus 4,500 to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, like they're not going to win the division.
It's not a needle mover.
No.
Like I don't. And if you're the Steelers, again, it's a 1-year contract. Rodgers, I'm about 85% positive is going to retire after this year.
He probably should.
And if he doesn't just quit mid-season also.
After the Packers game?
I mean, either that or he gets, hit with one injury and he's just like, fuck this, I'm done. Like,
I mean, that's possible.
So I don't know. And that's the other thing. Steelers offensive line, kind of shaky. So, you just left a situation that was very, very similar with the Jets. You had one good wide receiver with Garrett Wilson, bunch of others that were kind of questionable, a shaky offensive line. The only difference between the Jets and the Steelers is the Steelers have culture and winning culture, and they'll probably still finish 9-8, right above 500 to save Mike Tomlin's record. But why, especially when you need a quarterback in next year's class, more than likely. Again, Rodgers is only going to play 1 year. Why not at this point just say, all right, we don't want Rodgers. We feel like we can still get to 8-9, 9-8 without Rodgers regardless. Let's just roll with Mason Rudolph. Let's roll with Will Howard and just see where it goes. If, let's just say Will Howard hits for us, great. We found a gem in the 5th round. If not, we have, maybe he loses us enough games to get us a top pick next year. And I think this is the problem with Mike Tomlin and the Steelers and why a lot of people will say Mike Tomlin needs to go, because you're just hanging on to the fact that, we got to get to 9-8. We got to get to 9-8 at least. Got to have the winning record. Brother, we've said it many times in this podcast. You got to lose to win sometimes. And listen, if it takes a year of being bad so you can get your quarterback of the future, so be it.
I think we'll just see Aaron Rodgers out there not giving a fuck, just slinging that ball.
And I mean, again, the Steelers will win anywhere between 7 to 10 games. And me and you have said it before, that's really the realm you don't want to be in. Because usually when you're right in that 7 to 10 win range, you're not good enough to make the playoffs and you're not bad enough for a top pick. So I don't know. I don't understand what Pittsburgh's done over the last couple of years. It seems like they really don't know what to do ever since Roethlisberger left. But, I mean, their idea situation was Kenny Pickett. But it's almost like they had so bad, like a bad time with Kenny Pickett drafting him in the 1st round that they're just like, we'll never do this again.
I don't know. Maybe they have their eye on somebody next year. This is just to get them through. Rodgers needs someplace to go.
Yeah, I mean,
Tomlin and Rodgers have a relationship that we don't know about, Like there's probably some backdoor stuff that we're not seeing that caused him to go there because, like you said, I don't know why else he would go there. Is the game in Green Bay this year?
Let me tell you.
Has he played in Green Bay yet since he's left?
No, the game is in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's less cool.
But yeah, I mean, I don't understand it again. Though he's not. You're going to be in that 7 to 10 win range. You may not make the playoffs. I just don't understand why you want to be in that no man's land.
It's not making sense for you.
No, it's really not. It's bad business, really.
Yeah, I mean, they should have played it out. Let him go somewhere else and hope to God you're bad enough to get a top pick. I would hate to be an NFL GM in that situation. Like, what do you do? Like, obviously you want to play to win, but like,
you just have to go to your GM and just explain it like that. Like, listen, this is what we're going to do. If you end up firing me at the end of the year, then so be it. But I think in order for us to be able to move forward, we've got to, I won't say tank a year, but we're going to have to try something out, essentially.
Basically.
Like, listen, this is exactly how I'd present it. I'd walk right up to the GM and say, hey, we're going to roll with Will Howard this year. I know he was a 5th round pick, but we're going to roll with him this year because either A, he's going to hit and we're going to look like geniuses for drafting him in the 5th round, or he's going to be bad enough to get us a top pick for one of those good quarterbacks next year. And we already have a roster that is good enough to compete for now. So we'll have a great situation for a brand new quarterback to walk into. So
well, they didn't do that, so they're going with Aaron Rodgers.